All right, guys, I have a 2026 Yukon XL with the 3.0 diesel in it, and I want to get into the 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about this 3.0 diesel. And this is going to be a 2026 model, right? Not the older ones, but a 2026, the newest, most revised version of this engine, right? First thing that I love about it is that it embarrasses any other pickup truck, big SUV with fuel economy. The fuel economy is absolutely insane for a diesel engine, right? Or a gas engine, but for a diesel engine, right? This thing is insane, right? So the small 3.0 diesel, it is rated EPA 23 city, 28 highway. And from a real owner perspective, you look up online what real owners are getting, even my customers, right? Guys I've sold these 3.0 diesels to, they are getting, 27 combined and in the low 30s on the highway at best, babying it, right? And I'm not saying I'm getting that. I'm saying, I have customers that are doing longer trips on the highway, and they're telling me, yeah, I'm getting 32, 33 miles to the gallon out of the 3.0 diesel. That is insane. That is very impressive. And again, it is why this engine's so impressive, right? It's the first thing that I love about it. But again, embarrassing fuel economy, right? It embarrasses the 5.3 V8, the 6.2 V8, the 5.0 V8, the 3.5 EcoBoost. Ford's little diesel they made, Ram's Eco Diesel they made. This 3.0 Duramax that GM makes, it embarrasses the other with fuel economy. So if that was number 1, guys. Number 2, what I love is the torque delivery, right? It feels effortless. It drives very smooth. The way this thing runs and shifts is very smooth. And that's honestly, it's the first thing any customer says to me, or any prospective customer says to me when they drive one of these little diesel engines, like, man, that thing's torquey and it's smooth, and it's not loud. It doesn't sound like a diesel. You can barely hear it, right? But guys, 495 pound-foot of torque at 2,750 RPM. But 94% of that torque is on tap at 1,500 RPM. So your torque delivery hits early, and that's part of the reason. The instant you touch the pedal, right, you're not waiting, it's not downshifting, it's not screaming, it's smooth. The way that the shift patterns, the way this thing operates, very smooth torque delivery, and a lot of it is available early. So again, that's love number 2, guys. What I love about this engine, it's made to feel premium, right? It's not the cheapo option. It's not something that they designed to put in work trucks, right? It really is. Again, like this right here is a Yukon Denali Ultimate. They put this 3.0 diesel in the Escalade. They put it in the Denali Ultimate. They put it in the pickup trucks, but it is a premium engine. They made it to feel premium. So love that about it. All right, guys, love number 3. The third thing I love about it is the engineering, the way they built this engine. So it is an inline 6, right? It is inherently balanced, right? It's smooth without the tricks. It's made to be, again, like I said before, to feel premium. All right, so how did they make it, right? The internals, it's got a cast aluminum block with iron liners, forged steel crank, steel pistons, single Garrett variable geometry ball bearing turbo, right? All premium components, all things they set up to make this thing quiet and smooth and to last. And they built this thing, they did build these motors to run over 200,000 miles. They did make these things to last a long time. That's the way they set these up. And it's funny, all the engine reviews I've done recently, all these smaller turbo engines, right? This is a turbo diesel, but I'm talking all the other turbo engines. They are making them very strong. They're making them to last and to get, to take the abuse, because they're not, and it's funny, like this Duramax, they're putting in the Escalades, they're putting in the luxury SUVs, but they're also putting them in the pickup trucks. And they want these engines to last a long time. Some of the other components, when I get to the hate items, may not last as long as that, but they're making the engine itself to last a very long time. They're using very durable, strong components. So love that about it. It's not, you're not saying, oh, geez, like the internals of this motor are made very well. All right, and then the fourth thing I love about this, guys, is this 3.0 Duramax diesel is the cheapest way for you to get into a diesel vehicle, right? A diesel pickup truck, a diesel engine. So if you're like, man, I want that diesel engine, I've always wanted a diesel, this is the cheapest way to get into it. This is literally, so it's an $800 add over a 5.3 V8. So for 800 bucks more than the 5.3 V8, you can get the 3.0 diesel, and it is $1,500 less than a 6.2 liter V8. Again, these are new, this is going off of new, right? Not used, but new. It is literally, you know, it's less money to get the 3.0 diesel than a 6.2 V8, and it's 800 bucks more than the 5.3 V8. So it's not, it is affordable. It's not like, you know, the big Duramax they're putting in the 2500s, where for that motor, it's 10 grand more to buy a big Duramax over, you know, a gas 6.6 V8. So in the big motors, the diesel option is 10 grand, 10, 12 grand. In these 1500s or the Yukons or Suburbans, it's an $800 add over a gas motor. Like that I love. I love the fact that it's affordable. They did not make it that you're paying this crazy premium to get into a diesel motor. All right, guys, and the fifth thing I love is that it is genuinely reliable. The 2025 and newer 3.0 Duramax, they've worked out the kinks. It is actually a good motor. And a lot of the complaints you're going to hear with these 3.0 diesels is the older motors. So again, I said 2025. So 2023 and newer is the LZO revamped motor in the 3.0 diesel. The weak spots the older LM2 had, right? They basically upgraded this 2023 and newer 3.0 diesel. New steel pistons, revised injectors, stronger oil pump belt interval, right? So that oil pump belt, this now 2023 and newer, that oil pump belt, it's a 200,000 mile hit, not 100 or 150,000 mile hit. So so the oil pump belt, which I'll get into in the hate, instead of having to replace it or recommended replacement at 100, 150,000 miles, now it's 200,000 miles. That's a big deal. And the other thing is too, higher compression, so more horsepower, more torque out of the 2023 and newer 3.0 diesel. And yes, guys, I mean, compared to Ram's EcoDiesel, Ford's Power Stroke, again, they're small diesel motors that they made. This 3.0 Duramax just absolutely crushes those from a reliability standpoint. It is a way better engine, way better motor, way better consumer reviews, you know, and it's been around now, guys, since 2020. Like this is a motor they've built to stay, they've built to stick around. And so any little issues or things that come up, they're going to continue to tweak and improve. That's all we've seen them do with this motor. So I love that about it. It's not a throwaway. It's something that they made to stay and to stick around, and it's always going to continue to get those improvements to make it better. So love that. All right, let's get into what I hate about this 3.0 diesel. So I just got into how 2023 and newer recommended maintenance to replace the oil pump belt at the back of the motor is now 200,000 miles. I do like that. However, what I don't like is that you have to replace it in general, right? They build it so, you know, this oil pump belt is tucked in the back of the motor, right? And to replace that belt, you have to pull the transmission. So to replace a belt on the motor, you have to pull the transmission to get to it. And I mean, that all in all, the labor to do all that's going to cost you a couple $1,000. I don't love that at all, right? I don't love that design. It is, you know, it's a scheduled service. It's a recommended service. It's not like, oh crap, like this thing just went. No, it's like, you know, it's going to happen 200,000 miles in that realm, right? And, you know, again, it's a rubber belt. It sits in oil at the bottom, and that's ultimately why it's going to wear out, right? You're going to have to replace it. So I don't love that design. I wish they would do something like, heck, can't you put a chain back there? Can't you do something other than a rubber belt? Something to last longer. All right, hate number two, what I do not like about it is the emission systems crap that is on it. First off, the DEF tank on this is a 5.4 gallon tank. It burns, you know, DEF at a 2 to 3% of fuel being used. So 2 to 3% DEF usage based on fuel being used. Basically, you're filling that DEF tank up every 1,500 to 2,500 miles. So small DEF tank, it does use a lot of DEF, and you're filling DEF up every 1,500 to 2,500 miles, that's normal driving. If you're towing, it's gonna drop that. You're gonna be filling this thing up, that DEF tank up every 1,000 miles or less. Like, it burns through DEF, especially when towing. And the other thing is, this engine does not like the short trips. So with that DEF system, with the EGR, with that emission system, you want to get this thing on the highway. You want to be able to run this thing hard every now and then, because the short trips to the grocery store, down the road, or just, the short back and forth trips, it's going to clog your DPF. It's going to, this truck's not going to like it at all. You're going to end up having a lot of emission system issues. So that's what I always ask people when they're looking at the 3.0 diesel. I'm like, do you drive a lot, or is this just the grocery getter, just the short back and forth to work truck? If that's the case, you do not want a 3.0 diesel, right? You really don't want any diesel in general, because they like the longer trips. They like to be run. They have to cycle through their regen, right? And all of that is going to be, you need longer trips to do it. So I don't love that. I wish they'd figure out a way around that on any diesel truck in general, but that's something to keep in mind. Something I do not like about these engines, you can't, if you're not running it hard, if you're not running, putting miles on them, they don't like it. All right, guys, number 3, what I don't like in the current day and age, of course, right? And that's what you guys are all commenting on here, the price of diesel fuel. This engine right now does not really make economical sense, right? Diesel's north of $5 a gallon, and economically, you want to run the numbers. Diesel engine, what you're paying for fuel, even with the crazy good fuel economy, right now, this engine's not going to make sense versus a 5.3 V8 versus a gas motor truck. However, something to keep in mind, will it 3 months from now? Will it 6 months from now? Right? So I don't like the price of diesel fuel. Of course I don't. And this engine doesn't make a ton of sense right now, but the reason I still sell them, the reason guys buy them, is because 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now, diesel fuel is going to be back down. It never stays up. So anyhow, number 4, right? What I don't like about this engine is the bad rep from the older years. So 2020 through 2022, those engines did not have the greatest reputation. So if you're going to be buying one of these Duramaxes, the 3.0 Duramaxes, make sure you're looking at 2023s and newer, or an older one that had the work done, had the repairs made. It's any of these guys, anytime they come out with a newer motor that is a little bit more complicated, a turbo motor, make sure you're getting one that's had either the repairs made or it's a newer one that has the bugs fixed, right? That's the biggest thing with it. And then number 5, right? This is the common misconception. This truck's a diesel. It can tow heavy. I can tow whatever I want to with it. This 3.0 diesel, this 3.0 Duramax, is not the tow heavy truck. It's not built for that. It is built to get you crazy good fuel economy, to drive, take the long trips, and to do extremely well and be extremely fuel efficient. Towing, it is just not the truck that's going to tow a heavy trailer. It's not the truck you want to buy to tow heavy. Not that it can't do it, but like I said, even DEF usage goes crazy, right? Tow rating on this truck, I think they're rated in a 2-wheel drive version of a base model work truck. You're going to be rated at maybe 13,000 pounds. But a standard, your heavier trims, your Denali Ultimates, your Denalis, your Escalade, or not your Escalades, but your heavier trim trucks, your tow rating with a 3.0 diesel's probably only 8,000 pounds, 9,000 pounds. It's not much. And a lot of it is, these are the way they're geared, the way they're set up. It is just made, guys, to sip fuel on the highway, to get you crazy good fuel economy, and your tow rating's not going to be that great, even though it is a diesel. So again, more of the common misconception, it's a diesel, it can tow heavy. Not really. It's not built. They didn't really build this truck, this 3.0 diesel, to tow super heavy load, right? Actually, your max tow package, if you really want it on a GM vehicle, you're going to get the 6.2 V8, right? That's going to be your truck that can tow the most weight. So anyhow, guys, 5 things I love and 5 things I hate about the 3.0 Duramax. Let me know your thoughts, guys. Tell me if you agree, disagree. Love to hear it. And again, if you want more honest truck reviews like this, be sure to hit subscribe.